Here we go, the second half of Unit 2, Day 5. We're going to go through these problems with your calculator now. So make sure you have that out, and I'll show you how to punch it in exactly how it should be punched in with your TI-83 or 84. So this first one is 12 plus 15 divided by 3 minus 6 times 4. So it's pretty straightforward. You just punch it all in, press enter. You get -7. That's what we got when we did it by hand. So that's great. The next one has parentheses. So to get parentheses, it's above the 8 and the 9. So left parentheses is above the 8. So we do 11 minus 5. Close the parentheses just like we see over here for number 3. To get the squared button, that's kitty corner to number 7. Then we have -4. We do left parenthesis 3 plus 2. Close the parenthesis, and that looks identical to what we see right here on our page for number 3. Press enter. Hopefully we get 16 like we did when we did it by hand. So it's excellent. We're doing well so far. 2 for 2. The next one we see a -2, so we do a negative sign for that 2 in front. -2. Left parenthesis 7 plus 1. Close it. -20 divided by 4. So that looks just like this, but we have a divided sign instead of this division sign, but everything else looks identical. And -21 is what we got when we did it by hand, so that's good so far. This whole thing is under a square root. In order to get a square root, we do second and then x squared. So second means blue, so anything in blue we're hitting now. So once you hit the second button. So now we have the whole thing under square root. We do 4 squared. The squared button again is kitty corner to the 7, plus 38. Minus, and then parenthesis is above the 8, so it'd be 3 plus 2, and to close the parenthesis, it's above the 9. I'm going to arrow over one, so that's the arrow button right here. I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to press enter. Hopefully it gives us 7. Okay, good. So all of them we went 4 for 4, just punching them in our graphing calculator. And you're allowed your graphing calculator on the quiz and the test for this, so you should get good at it. That way you don't have to do it all by hand, unless you really want to. All right, so these are the tougher ones now, okay? So if we were to take a look at number 5, we have 2. And then, oh, these are straight bars, so these are absolute value bars. So we hit math, arrow over num, and we press enter on abs. So if you have a TI-84, you'll have these bars. And if you have a TI-83, you'll have parentheses, okay? And then it doesn't matter if you have the bars or parentheses, don't freak out. And then we punch in what we see, 5 minus 18 divided by 2. And then we get out of the bars by pressing that arrow button again, so this right arrow, and then plus 3. Press enter, and hopefully you got 11. And I think when we do that by hand, 18 divided by 2 is what we do first in there, that'd be 9. 5 minus 9, and the absolute value is -4. The absolute value of -4 is 4, so 2 times 4 is 8, and then 8 plus 3 is 11, so we're good. The next one would be square root, so we have 36. That's divided by 4, and then we arrow out, and then it's -5 squared, and then we press enter. That'd be -22. And then 7 and 8. Oops. All right, so for 7, it's a fraction. So there's 2 ways to do it. One way is to do the whole top and the whole bottom, then divide those 2 numbers. So that's the first way I'll show you. So the whole top would be 5 parentheses 4 plus 3. Close the parentheses. Press enter. That's the top number, 35. The bottom is 12 minus 7. Press enter, and that's 5. So now if you do 35 divided by 5, because fraction means division, so we get 7 in the end. Or you could punch it all in parentheses, so the whole top's got to go in parentheses, because your calculator will follow the order of operations, and if you don't put it in parentheses the whole top, it'll actually do this divided by 12 first before it does 12 minus 7. So you want to make sure that you put the whole top in parentheses, whole bottom, and now you can do it all at once if you wanted to. So if you notice the whole top's got an extra parentheses, whole bottom's got an extra parenthesis. That way it does the whole thing and the whole thing. You press enter, you get 7 as well. So either way works. If you don't put the parentheses, you're going to get the wrong answer. So you want to make sure you have them if you're going to do it all in one step. This next one has 3 different pieces to it. So we'll do them as 3 different pieces, okay? So to do that whole fraction, we'll do it in the parentheses so we can do it all at once. 7 parentheses 1 plus 3. I got to do double parentheses there. The bottom is 5 times 3 minus 1. So now the whole left side is 2. So this whole fraction is 2. And then the middle, second square root, 3 squared plus 16. Get out of it. So now we should have a number. So we get 5. That's good. So far we have 2 for this and a 5 for that. And then to get the absolute value bars, we do math. Arrow over to abs. So now it's 4 minus 3 times 3. Get out of it. Just enter and we get 5. Okay, good. So we have 2. There's a plus sign in between. 5. And then minus 5. Press enter and we get 2 in the end. So that's our answer for this last one. So that's everything as far as the calculator goes. If you have any questions, make sure that you contact your teacher. All right, see you tomorrow. Take care.